This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
No, I'm not going to do a fundraising marathon stream at all. We already have a special thing going on with the retrospective this weekend. Hopefully that would help people to support, or at least convince them to support a little bit more than usual, maybe. But I'm not going to do some emergency stream. We're just going to stream as normal, okay? That's why I hope you guys will listen to my request for support here and, you know, help me out if you can. Alright. Alright, so in about roughly 30 minutes, can I hit the tips call? I get the feeling this is a very, very losing bet. I think people are pretty much done tipping for the night. Or if there were going to be a few tips, there'd be a few small ones. Very doubtful we're going to see giant tips split tonight, so. That's a pretty big risk. But then again, earlier today, it also didn't look like we were going to hit the tips call, and then we did. So some people made out.
And every single person could, oh, that's e-begging. That's not begging. That's advertisement.
Oh, I just realized we hit the $50 tips call. It's Gunner Glass this time. I completely forgot. Alright. Alright guys, only 20 minutes left on the stream. We'll see how much we can get in the plot here, how far we can get. And also, we'll see if anyone else contributes, because I guess there's a wager of can we hit the tips goal. Very unlikely. Incredibly unlikely that we'll hit the tips goal tonight. But people already wagered their penny points on it, so. You know though, wouldn't it be kind of broken? Because here's why I say that. What if someone already was going to contribute? They had the intention that they were going to contribute to hit the tips goal. And then they wagered all their penny points saying Phil will hit the tips goal, and then they're the ones who actually made it happen. That's not fair, right? So I don't know how, I don't know about this. I mean, at least the penny points have no value and it doesn't really matter, but still, I can definitely see some manipulation of the system there.
Oh, what the fuck was this? That's not what I thought this was. The blood swine? It's a boss fight. I hit the wrong button. I'm dead. I didn't mean to do this at all. It was a complete accident. I think I can kill it, I just gotta dodge. Complete accident. That's not what I thought it was.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
Well, guys, only about 5 to 10 minutes left on stream, tops. I'm just going to talk to Moira and figure this part out. And that's pretty much going to be the end of the stream, so it's not looking like we're hitting the tips call tonight. So those of you who wagered, I told you it was a long shot and probably not a good idea. And it ain't looking good for you. Looks like people are going to lose a lot of penny points tonight on that long shot wager. I'm not doing by the way, I'm not doing this because I'm thinking tips. There's no more tips coming in tonight, I guarantee you. No one else is tipping. The tipping is done with. And I do appreciate those of you who did tip tonight. Or those who contributed anyway. But in particular, those who tipped tonight, because that's what I need help with. So thank you, guys.
That's not begging. That's business.
If you are going to contribute tonight, which I would appreciate if you do, please tip me. I really need tips badly. Right now, I need to get through to the middle of the month until Twitch pays me. And your tips are literally the only income I'm going to have to pay stuff. So please tip me if you can. I appreciate all those who do. Thank you in advance. It would be nice to hit the tips goal tonight. When we did the disappointing games countdown, I only raised like 30 bucks. So it would be great if we could hit the tips goal. Maybe even get a vest on for the end of the countdown. That would be interesting, huh?
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
My number 10 best game of 2020 is The Last of Us 2. Now, you all know my very, very, very strong criticism of this game, alright?
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
So, this game has a lot to praise. Again, the graphics, the gameplay improvements, the world design. Oh, I didn't even mention the voice acting. Of course. They got an all-star cast of voice actors who did an insane job. I know that you know they did the mocap, right? The mocap is top-notch. The number 9 pick for the best game of 2020 is the Final Fantasy VII Remake, alright? I enjoyed the game. Again, I can't deny a game like this. Look how good it looks. It plays well. I like the fleshing out of the characters, the side mission, but at the same time, it just felt underwhelming to me. Like, I felt like it should have been better, or it could have been better, if they weren't stuck in Midgard the whole fucking game, and if they didn't go somewhere completely different with the plot of the game than the original, okay? My number 8 best game of 2020 is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Yes! In my opinion, the game is outstanding with the improvements they made to it, and they removed the gimmicky crap. But the fact that the skill-based matchmaking screws it up makes it that I can only say it's about, you know, number 8 on my countdown of best games of the year. It would probably, I'm not even kidding, it would have made top 5 or higher if I don't know how you get higher than top 5. If it had better matchmaking and better online connections, but they're just not consistent enough, and I have to be honest. Okay? My number 7 best game of 2020 is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time. I think a lot of people slept on this game. Maybe it's because people are just tired of platformers. But for someone who recently, in the past 5+ years, played all of the Crash Bandicoot games, alright? And someone who appreciates the classics, but then taking a modern spin on the classics, this game is the best of all worlds. Ladies and gentlemen, number 6. I don't think anyone expected to see this on my countdown. When I started playing the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake or remaster collection, I was getting my ass handed to me. I sucked ass at it. I had only rented Tony Hawk 1 or 2, I couldn't even tell you which one it was, way back in the day on PlayStation 1. I sucked ass at it. I was no good at Tony Hawk. I didn't know what I was doing. And what's funny is, I know I sucked at it for like the first 80% of the time that I was playing this playthrough. I was terrible at it. But because I stuck with it, alright, by the end of the playthrough, I was able to beat every stage, including the hidden stage at the end of the game, and I was getting incredibly high scores. I got the trophies for beating the high score challenges and stuff, because I stuck with it, okay?
OB Terminator Chase said you suspect you suffer from untreated diabetes. No, but I do suspect that you are an ass, and you're now banned, because it's not something funny to try to joke about fucking medical conditions on someone's stream, and you can go fuck yourself.
My number 5 best game of 2020 is Demon's Souls for the PlayStation 5. Yes, this game was really well done. At the same time, you know, the reason that this basically isn't higher on my list is because they did not go the extra mile to fix the glaring issues that were part of Demon's Souls. Notably, the online connectivity is absolutely terrible still. They did not improve at all. For the number 4 best game of 2020. I don't know if you are. I honestly don't know if you're ready for this one. I don't think so. I think people are gonna... Here we go. The Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope. Yes! This game is my number 4 favorite game of 2020. I didn't think a single person would predict this one, but ladies and gentlemen, if you know anything about me, you know why this is so high on my list. And this game is like synonymous with an interactive horror movie, alright? Great writing, unique and interesting characters, dialogue options that you can affect and change depending on what you pick, right? I loved that about it. The atmosphere was spooky as hell, you had an ongoing mystery, you couldn't figure out what was going on. I had no clue what was going on in this game until the very end. My number 3 best game of 2020.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
It is Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks. Goddamn motherfucking Bug Snacks is number 3 favorite game of 2020. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. But I'm serious, this is a fucking insanely good game. You know, this game is not for kids. I want to repeat that, ladies and gentlemen. Bug Snacks is not a game for kids. If you have kids play this game, they're going to be terrified by the end of the game. They're going to be crying. They're going to have nightmares. They're going to have post-traumatic stress disorder from playing Bug Snacks. This game has adult themes, like romantic relationships, like depression, like other mental disorders, you know, societal disorders, you know, things like that in the game. These are adult situations. These are adult plot lines. This is not, a kid will not understand the shit going on in this game.
Sure.
First game, in chronological order, Ghost of Tsushima, alright? And the game is gorgeous. Unique combat styles. You can play this straightforward like a samurai, head up, challenge everyone, and try to do parries, and dodges, and combos. Or, you can play it completely stealthily. So then, what other game in 2020 could even stand up or compare? I just kissed Ghost of Tsushima's butt, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's another game that I feel is just as good as Ghost of Tsushima, and that game is called Yakuza 7. Yakuza 7 blew me away. The fact that not only does this game usually have a story that's really well written and very dramatic with twists and turns, but also having a ton of side content. You'll run into the most silly people in the streets of Kamurocho, learn their stories, try to help them out, and by doing that, you learn upgrades, and you get all kinds of fun stuff unlocked for your characters, okay? But there's always this overwhelming, underlying, very serious, dramatic plotline of a Yakuza kind of a deal going on in the game. So when they announced, after 6 iterations plus Yakuza 0, so technically I guess that would be 7 iterations of Yakuza, that they were going to change the style from being running around and doing action-based combat and turn it into turn-based combat like a typical JRPG like Dragon Quest, I think a lot of people were skeptical. Me, I reserved judgment and said, I'm going to see what they can do with this. I love JRPGs, alright? I love turn-based combat. And if they do something that's robust and interesting, I feel that this could be a really great change for the Yakuza franchise. I'm very happy to say it was. I have to pick a winner between these two games, alright? I've got to go with Yakuza 7 as my game of the year.
It's not possible. I would appreciate it, guys. We're at $42 in tips. I would really appreciate it if we get some more, like I said, these countdown streams, sadly, they didn't even do as well as my gameplay streams. And right now, I really need the help with tips. So if you like this stream, please, if you can tip me, I would appreciate it. We just got to cheer Bugstacks numero uno cheated against it for being honest. Oh, here we go. Now he's talking about WWE champions. So he's a piece of shit. You piece of donkey shit. How about this? How about this? WWE champions. Alright? WWE champions lives rent-free in your motherfucking head. I don't think about WWE champions. You do. You probably know way more about the fucking game than I ever will, because you're an idiot. You're an obsessed loser.
Nair Sock says, does it feel weird doing clips from when you were younger? Even with the retrospective, not many jobs let you basically look back at your younger self. You know, it's, in my opinion, the retrospectives are very good because they give me a real perspective at who I used to be. And they allow me to see how I've grown, how I've changed. And I watch myself back from 10 years ago and I cringe just like you guys. I cringe at the stuff I used to do. I'm a very different person now. A very different person than the person I was 10 years ago. So many things. I've matured so much. My life has changed completely from the ground up.
This guy is 1,000,000% a pathological liar and a sociopath.
And, you know, I look at the stuff I used to do and get away with back then. I'm like, dude, I would never even fathom doing that kind of stuff in the modern day. Because I know better, you know. I've grown so much, and I realize the things I say and do have consequences. People can be hurt by the things I say on a stream. You know what I mean? And that's why I wouldn't go as far to do some of those things anymore. But it's always good to look back at the past. And here's why. I've always said this before. This is why I don't go back and I don't remove videos from my past that people make fun of me for or quote, oh, Phil's a hypocrite because 10 years ago he said this. Yes, because we all know 10 years ago Phil's the same as modern Phil, right? But I purposely leave it there, and here's why. Here's why. Simply because if you ignore the past like it didn't happen and you forget the past, you can't learn from it. If you forget that you made mistakes, you won't be reminded you made those mistakes and remember not to make them again. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's dangerous when I hear about people who say, oh, we want to forget about the real history of slavery and shit in the United States and pretend like it didn't happen and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about? No, no, no. We have to remember the fuck-ups. We have to remember the horrible things we did in our history so that way you can improve as people and not commit the same kind of mistakes in the future. You have to remember the bad things you did so that you don't commit them again. You see? I leave all that shit public because I want to see how bad I was so I know not to be that person again. You understand? And I said, we gotta hide, we gotta remove these books from the reading list for kids and we gotta do this and that. You're out of your mind. That's the shit should stay there forever so that we know where we came from and we can be better. Or else you'll forget all about it. That's my take on it anyway. So.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.